guys, tomorrow, October 21st, is the official beginning for episode number 2 of our dream shop build. We are less than 24 hours away from this thing going up, and I could not be more excited. And it's all thanks to each and every one of y'all that have supported me so much over the past couple of years. This is truly a dream come true. So huge shout out to y'all that have been here on the channel watching this journey. And we are opening a whole new chapter. We're gonna have our own shop to work on the trucks and maybe some cars and who knows what. Materials are supposed to start showing up first thing in the morning. So I guess I'll catch up with y'all then.
All right, guys, they are here getting everything unloaded, getting some of the rails set up so that we can see exactly how we want all the garage doors to go as well as the walk-in. I'm excited. There's our doors over there. Holy crap, they're freaking monstrous. Like I said, holding off on the details until we start getting it up. But dude, I am stoked. Starting off, I think it's 8 o'clock. I am hoping we get a ton knocked out today. It's literally been exactly an hour and a half. I'd say these boys got this down to a complete science. They are throwing it up quick. It's looking freaking huge too. Oh my gosh. These boys are putting in work. The shop is coming up. I'm getting so freaking excited, but unfortunately we got to run to town because yesterday, Sunday, the only place that was open to patch Lauren's tire was Walmart, which 10 out of 10 would not recommend because it sat there for 2 hours only for us to get back and them tell us that they could not find a leak. And now this morning, our car has 2 flat tires. Well, surely 2 cans of Fix-A-Flat should resolve our issue. Walk-in door is going up and they're starting to pull 10 off. This thing is about to look like a real shop here real quick. Well, I'm trying to do some editing while my phone charges because it's died twice today already, but I got to update y'all because they are just tearing through it. So they've almost got the entire backside done. This guy is putting the trim up on the front. So that's our color combo, all white with black trim. I think it's going to look super good. And you might be asking, well, what's the big reason why you decided to go with white? It's that big guy in the sky. So it gets really hot in the summer. And so I figured let's go with the most heat rejection color possible. And so all white she is. I think it's gonna look amazing and hopefully help with the heat because I don't know if we'll ever get air conditioning in here. We're also gonna go over pricing and everything a little bit later in this video. So definitely stick around for that. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, get this phone charged, hopefully get it back out there and catch up with y'all. They are finishing up with everything they can do today. They need one more beam for the backside garage door, and we got to roll out. So baseball, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? First thoughts? Absolutely awesome, right? Because we're gonna go win a baseball game, hopefully, and then we'll catch up with y'all tomorrow. With the big doors, you get the chains, which I didn't know, but then again, I didn't really know what to expect because I had not seen one of these in person before. So I'm tickled with it, man. It's crazy. Let me show y'all around. I am freaking out. Y'all have been asking for, well, since I did the pad video, what's the update on the shop? And I didn't want to just make a video saying, hey, I've ordered it, but I'm like, I'm kind of hung out to dry until they say, hey, we're coming to build it. So surprise, the building is here. And she is, man, everything that I could have ever dreamed for. I never in my life have ever thought that I would actually have my own shop. And here I am standing in it. This is just, honestly, this is surreal. I did, instead of going 10 or 12 foot high, opt for the 14 foot high. And I'm glad that I did. Once we eventually get a lift in here, we'll have no issues ever with, you know, headspace. This thing is super, super tall. And so it was definitely an additional charge, but I think it's definitely gonna be worth it in the long run. So 14 foot high building, y'all know 30 by 50, 30 this way, 50 this way, 14 foot high, of course, angled roof. And then the doors are 12 by 12. They are freaking huge. Honestly, it looks like a fire station. They are just that massive. Unless we build some kind of absolute monster truck, we're never gonna have issues ever with having to take tires off and put the stocks back on to get them in the basement, because we got 12 foot by 12 foot. It is insane. Now, we did go 3 up front, of course, and then directly across from the center one, we did add another one, 12 by 12 as well. And that, I feel, was a really good move. Not only to let in a ton of light, because obviously we ain't got lights right now. We don't even have electricity out here. That's a whole nother problem I got to figure out. A lot more airflow, and we'll just be able to pull things through if it can't pull, you know, we can drag it in here. If it can't drive in, we can drag it through. And then, of course, we have a little walk-in door right here, which there's a decent amount of room. Yeah, I already had to get the leaf blower out here. It was a mess in here, and I picked up 32 screws that were ready to pop my tire. I don't need any more flat tires, my gosh. But ton of room right here. What is it, 7 foot? I think it's 7 foot right here. So we'll be able to put all of our toolboxes, a nice table so we can lay parts out on for our installs, and probably a couch, maybe eventually throw up a TV somewhere. But the door opens just like that. Boom. Then I want to do a bunch of the really cool like hexagon lights. I want it super bright in here so we can see everything perfectly. It looks so freaking big. Oh my gosh. Now this is honestly one of my first times that I've been out here. So I'm checking everything out, ensuring that everything was done correctly, but I believe it was. I've watched a couple videos online of people having metal buildings put up, and they were just horror stories of them dropping it while they were trying to put it together and piecing things together like crazy. And I haven't experienced any of that. I didn't see any of that on the video. Thankfully they were cool with me filming them, but yeah, all seems good. What y'all know about color matched building? Holy crap, Stormtrooper life. The only thing that was like, I wish that wasn't like that, is I wish these pieces were full length instead of being cut. That's kind of being nitpicky, I guess, but it's like that all the way around. Would be, you know, I'd have preferred it to be one piece. Only thing that I honestly see that I'm like, I need to maybe try to tweak, which y'all probably didn't see it, now I've ruined it. That guy right there, that guy needs to be zip down a little bit better. I don't even know what to say, man. I'm just honestly blown away and super appreciative and super grateful, and I'm just hoping we make some incredible memories out here and you know, film some great content, build some super sweet trucks. Anyways, I think we got to pull a truck in here.
we've officially covered the entire shop in Bogger tracks, which does look pretty cool. Who needs epoxy anyways? I had a great idea to move Chomper from that bay to that bay so that I could put 2 more trucks in here for the thumbnail. But I didn't want to pull it out and risk tearing up the lip until we get gravel down. So it took about a 25-point turn to do it carefully, but we got it over there, and now we can stick a truck here and a truck there. And I'll show y'all once we get them in here because I know it's going to look absolutely awesome. But let's go ahead, take a seat, talk about how much I paid for this thing. So I'm sure there's quite a few people watching this video that are curious on how much something like this is going to cost. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you exactly what I paid for it. So I bought this from Allen's Factory Outlet, which has a really cool website where you can spec your specific building, and they have a rendering so you can see it in real time as you make changes, which was super helpful to me. And I spent about 82,000 hours on there playing around with it. So after a couple weeks of me, changing everything around and deciding this, changing my mind, I finalized that this was the specific building that I wanted. So I was ready to check out. Now, when you go to checkout, everyone's going to have to pay a deposit, right, to lock it in. It's going to depend on the price of your building, how you get billed. So I can't remember what the percentage was for the down payment, but it was $3,500. And if I'm missing any of these numbers, I'll put them on screen to correct myself. But I paid that and then patiently waited for a couple months to get the phone call from Carolina Carports. So I'm guessing they're subcontracted from Allen's Factory. I don't know. I don't even know if the people that came out here are from Carolina or they're subcontracted. Either way, you'll get a phone call. It'll whatever. So once I got the phone call, in order to lock in the date, which was 2 weeks after the phone call, the 21st, 22nd, today's the 22nd, you have to pay half of the remaining balance if your building is over a certain dollar amount. My buddy Trey got a 25 by 30 by 10 building, I think, and he just had to do a deposit down and then pay in full after completion. So when they called me, in order to lock in the date, I had to pay half of the remaining balance. So you can either pay with a card or wire. If you do it with a card, you can have a fee. It was going to be like 180 bucks just thrown away. So I opted for going to the bank and wiring the money. So that cost me 25 bucks for a wire fee, obviously a lot better than 180. So my half of the remaining balance was $9,100 something. And so I paid that. They locked me in for the 21st and the 22nd, which super thankful that it was that date. 22nd is a glorious day. I'll tell you why in a minute. This morning when they got done, I wrote them a check for the remaining balance of $9,100 and some odd, whatever it is. It's on screen, you see it. The big reason why 22nd is such a great date, if you don't know, us YouTubers get paid one time a month, which for me and probably everybody is the 21st of the month. So I got paid yesterday, so I had money to pay the guys today, which is great. So the grand total after taxes came out to $21,480 bucks, I believe. If I'm wrong, it's on screen, but yeah, she was pricey, and honestly, it's a lot more than I originally was going to do. My first grand idea was right at $14,000, so went up quite a bit by adding the height, the bigger doors, the extra door on the back side, which, speaking of it, if you're on the fence about putting one on the back, I 100% say do it, because all day it's been open and it's been nice and cool in here, and then I closed it because the sun was shining and it was too bright, and now it's super freaking hot in here. So purely off of airflow alone, I would say it's definitely worth it, but it does increase the price quite a lot, especially on these big doors. So yeah, $22,000 basically on top of the price of the concrete pad. Go on their website, play around, it shows you the prices, and I think it's a pretty cool thing. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I wish they were sponsoring this entire thing, but they don't even know who I am, aside from I'm a name that paid because they built a building for. Anyways, yeah, I hope that wasn't too long-winded. I got to go ahead and get 2 of the other trucks in here for the thumbnail. The sun is starting to creep down. Hopefully I got a good thumbnail, but I'll catch back up with y'all once I get them in here, and we'll check out what the shop is like with 3 trucks in here.
All right, so here's the lucky 3. They got first access in the shop, of course, Chomper, and then the VMAX, which is going to be the first truck that we actually work on in the shop. And then I pulled the old Duramax out. Yes, I do still have it. She just needs a little TLC, a little bit of work, and possibly some heart surgery. We got to see. Either way, I wanted to go ahead and get it in the thumbnail because I know a ton of y'all are missing it. But let's go ahead and just walk in, see how much room. Of course, we got the noses hanging off so that you can actually see the truck in the thumbnail. And I don't have my mic on, so we'll see how bad the audio is without it. But as you can see, we have a ton of room. Even if we back them in all the way, we're gonna be able to walk by in front and behind the truck with no problem. And of course, between the trucks, plenty of room. We should be able to have both the doors open and not have any issues whatsoever. And it is really freaking cool having all these things in here. Holy crap. Chomper specifically, just black, bouncing off of the white. It just looks, oh my gosh, insane. I am, I'm so tickled. I'm trying to time the light correct so I can get a good thumbnail. I might have to do it in the morning, but that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Once again, I know I'm getting repetitive, but it's all thanks to y'all. So huge shout out to each and every one of y'all that continue to support me here on this journey. And I hope I made y'all proud with this one. I am definitely excited for the future content. I think it's gonna really open up a lot of fun for us. So yeah, anyways, hopefully y'all did enjoy the video. Be sure to comment down below, let me know, leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, ring that bell notification. I'll see y'all boys in the next one.